Hello everyone. Okay, so this week we are going to go to the Rockin' 50s and 60s. That is our theme for the Love RTS mini swap, and so that's what we're gonna do. So I use this Sizzix set. I have had this set for many a day. I don't want to say years. I think I've had it for a little over a year because I got it on clearance in one of their mini sales. And so somebody asked me last time how I made so many. Well, in a private message, they asked me. And really the reality is if you look closely, you can see on my board here, I am usually ahead. Now this one I haven't even made. And the reason I hadn't made is so I could do the video. I decided to show you how I do it when I make several at one time. So I use, like I said, I used this set and I used this set. I used this piece right here out of this Sizzix set as my base. And then, well, I thought I would use it as a base. I wasn't sure. I knew I wanted some red in there, but I didn't know where. And then I used this font. Same one I used last week. And I just sit and I put a whole bunch of scraps in front of me and I go through what I have, what I don't have, and I just die cut a bunch of pieces because I guess I look at it this way. Let's say that I end up only needing, well, okay, I think I did 20 of these. I think that's what I wrote on the bag. Let me look. Yes, I did 20 of each. So I did 20 bases, 20 records, 20 of the music notes, the inside of the records, and I did 20 of the letters. And I do that because I don't know how many teams I'm going to end up on. I could end up only needing 4 of these. I can end up needing to make a few more. But I always have kind of an idea of what I want. I'm not always 100% sure. Every once in a while I am, but most of the time I'm not 100% sure, but I know what I want to use, right? Like, so I knew I had this die cut set and I knew that this was coming up and I knew I wanted to use this. So I decided, you know what? I'll just do the elements, and whatever I don't use, I can either give away in Happy Mail, I can save for another day, I can put in my embellishment binders, whatever I wanted to do. Like these, if I had a whole bunch of these left, I'd put them in my extra cluster base starters. So yeah, so that's what I did. Well, then when I go to put them together, I lay everything out. I have all of my music notes over here. I put these here so you guys could see them better. I have my pile of music notes with the treble clef, and I have my bases, and I have my records, and I have my words. So I'm just gonna kind of brainstorm on camera with you. I know, no brainer, I need to put the centers in all the records. So I'll do that real quick. I'll just glue them. And we'll just put a couple together. So I'm using my tweezers because for the life of me, just do better with my tweezers. Little dabble do you. Like I said last video, I probably do too much. Okay, so then I knew I wanted to do that. And then on each one, let me see here. Forgive me, is this the right one? I knew I wanted to kind of do a little extra. And this is just a close to my heart glitter. Where's my scrap paper? I always have some scrappy paper underneath my mat here. Yeah, see where I stamp? And let's just, okay, so it's clear. I don't know if you can see it, but it'll be glittery. So it'll dry clear, it'll just look glittery. So I'm just gonna kind of whoosh a little bit on here just to give it some extra little dimension. And I think I actually have a black glitter mark, but I'm too lazy to look for it. Let's see. I do, see? Which would probably be smarter. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. And this one's from close to my heart. It's clear. And the reason I try to save this one is because I had a hard time finding something that dried clear. I found it with a lot of ink, but I couldn't find it that dried clear. So this one I just got off Amazon, to be honest. I don't even see there, but it is sparkly. You probably can't see it in the camera, but it is. Okay, so set that aside. and I'll make 2 embellishments right now. Off camera later, I have to make a total of 11 to mail off tomorrow. Well, by the time this video posts, it will be Friday. Right now it's Thursday, but so yeah, because we want to mail our mini swaps in 4 days. We try to do our best to stick to that. Every once in a while, you know, everyone will be a little late, which, you know, life happens. That's okay. And it probably looks like I'm being kind of whimsy with this, but if you look close, there's little lines from when I die cutted it out. Okay, so there's 2 records, and I did these first because 1, like I said, it's a no-brainer, and 2, really, first I think I'm putting the thing for the tacky glue, and then I don't know which lid, just a hot mess. Anyway, so this part was a no-brainer for me, okay? I knew I needed to do that. I think I kind of like the clear one. It has more glittery. This one's more of a gold glitter. This is more of a silver. I guess they have gold and platinum, right? Okay, so we're gonna let those dry. The glitter does take a hot minute to dry. All right, and now I don't even know what I wanna do. The more organized I am when I do this, the happier my brain is, the more fun I have. So I just kind of had set these here. I don't need to fall down in my hole. My husband drilled holes so I could have chargers and stuff. And now that we don't homeschool, like, I have to make sure stuff doesn't go down there. Make me a little plug, right? Okay. All the little whimsies, because these had a whole bunch of little things I had to punch out. Now I check my die, make sure I don't have anything left. And I'm thinking I kind of want to go like this, maybe? I don't know. Well, I know I want rockin' on there. The question is, do I want to put this? Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it? Oh yeah, okay, done and done. Yeah, okay, but let's, just in case. I've been known to glue it and then I get irritated because I can't fit my word on there. Now I kind of want rockin' to dance, right? Because rockin's supposed to be. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would really like to pop this up. And there is a small impression line I'm kind of using to guide my letters here. But because it is a mini swap, I'm not going to pop it up. I'm just gonna layer paper on paper on paper. Yeah, here we go. Rockin'. I kind of like this font because to me it looks like it's kind of moving. I think I'm gonna get it on there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all right. Okay, so first thing first, take all this off. I'm gonna hold this on here the way I want it. And then I'm going to glue it. Yeah. Just kind of tack it down. On this side, I know this whole thing is going to be back there, so I'll really glue that. Okay. That's why I love tacky glue so much. I'm telling you, this is probably the best thing Janet ever showed. That and her binders. Like before the Scotch tacky glue, I don't know. I made it harder on myself than it needed to be. Okay, and don't mind if it's a little bit messy. You know what? It dries clear. Okay, let's put a little bead of it right there. It'll dry clear. Okay, now I am gonna go, let's start with R. Sometimes I go backwards because, oh look, I had 2 on there. Because then it fits on there a little better, but this time I think I better start over here so that, because I don't want to end up right here, you know. So we'll use that little indent on there. Let's see if I can get it to show up. If you look closely, you can see there's an indent. See it? So I'm just using that line as a guide to put my letters on, because Lord knows I am not able to do straight half the time. So this weekend, tomorrow, well, we're leaving today to go to Oklahoma to get a dog. Y'all pray for me. I don't like animals. Like, I do, but not like, I hate animal hair. But we promised our kids when we were living in the camper that we would get, once we got settled in our house, we would get a new dog. And so, because when we moved into our camper in Colorado, we had to get rid of our Shih Tzus. We had two, and I loved them to pieces, but they were older, and one of them had a tumor, and just getting up and down out of the camper was just gonna be, it would have been too much for him, honestly. So we found a very nice gal, older lady, to take them because they had only known each other since they were babies. Like, they were two peas in a pod, and they were the best dogs. And I love Shih Tzus because they do not shed. Well, oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay. There we go. Rockin'. Okay. So we gave them away, and I still talk to her. Unfortunately, one of the oldest one, his name was Buster. He passed away a week ago, and we still went and saw them when we went back to Colorado, and we still had communication with her, and yeah, it was sad. Anyway, so we are going to get a basset hound. We are leaving today after my kids get out of school. We are driving 6 hours to Oklahoma to a breeder, is on a big ranch, and we are going to get a basset hound. Yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend. And while part of me is excited, there's another part of me that is not so much. Okay, I think I'm gonna take, just because I already deal with a lot of dog hair. But you know what? It is what it is. And my husband's always wanted another basset hound. He had one when he was a kid. And my kids went through a lot when we lived in the RV. It was not easy. You know, we homeschooled, and which that wasn't the problem, but I'm trying to be really delicate here. I can't do two things at once. The problem is that when COVID happened, all of their extracurricular activities like dance and karate and such stopped, right? So they had that taken away from them, which was their social outlet. Our church stopped having services except for online, you know, like everyone else. And so they had a rough year like everybody. And so we just decided that we would do that. And so now, yep, that's what we're doing. We're keeping our promise like parents should. Although sometimes plans change. Okay, I'll make sure I use this one because I use the same. This is silver. Okay, so I think I like this one better. I'm gonna have to coat this whole thing because it's gonna drive me crazy. It looks like somebody, I don't know, it doesn't look right. So this is the gold, and I did a little bit of glitter on each one, and there's my embellishment. So I would just keep on doing this. Like if I was gonna do a whole bunch at once, I would sit here and I would glue all the bases to the music notes, and I would do however I needed. So after I do this video, I'd sit here, and I know I need 11, so I'd probably do 15 just to have an odd number, have a few extras for Happy Meal, and all the rest I would put away in, like I would put all of these in my music, where I keep all my music embellishments, and I would put these with my bases, and I would put the records with my music embellishments, and I would baggie these up individually in the tiny little jewelry bags. Let's see, do I have one sitting here? No, usually I do. You can get those really tiny bags, like they're little, and you can get them at Walmart. They're like $1.44 for 50 of them or something like that. Yeah, I don't have one, I'm sorry. So, but I would write on the baggie with a Sharpie, and although Lauren Capehart, she got me these are amazing. She sent them to me through Amazon about a week ago, and I love these Tombow markers. Like, I probably will start buying these. Anyway, you would just write on the front of them what the word said, because I don't know about y'all, but I forget. I've been forgetting a lot lately. I'm pretty sure Alzheimer's is sitting in. Anyway, so yeah, I would just sit here and I would batch it, right? So I would do all of the music notes to the base, and then I would do 15 of them. And then I would probably glitter everything and make all of my records, and I would do 15 of those. Now, I would probably put all the records together, to be honest, all 20 of them, just because why wouldn't I? Why would I leave two separate parts? But I mean, you're getting the idea. Then I would sit here and I would glitter these, and honestly, I think about it, I'd probably glitter these before I glued them to the base, but I would do one thing at a time, like 15 glitter of this, 15 records made, 15 gluing the music notes to the bases, and 15 putting on the notes. And I would just sit here, watch a YouTube video, and pop them out. So this would be my embellishment to give to my team members, and I am going to individually bag them. I like bagging things, like I just do. Before I do that, however, I need to stamp on here. Remember, we write who made it, because we want everyone to know that it's from us, right? And this is Echo Park paper, so I don't think it'll bleed through. No, okay. So I would stamp all those too. When I was doing my batching, I would stamp them all. Anyway, so yeah, so then I'm gonna baggie it. Oh, seriously, Ginger? Do you see what I just did? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I told you it's been a day for me. The last week and a half, I just been overwhelmed. Like, I don't know. You know what I know? I know what it is, but I don't think I should share because it's not mine to share. But yeah, it's just I'm trying to keep up my daily routine, and I started dieting, so I've been doing a lot of meal prep, and yeah, I just need a day where I don't do anything. Yeah, that would be nice. We all need that, right though? We do. That's why we scrappy. My kids have a 4-day weekend this weekend, and yes, we're going to Oklahoma to get the dog, but after that, I'm gonna have 3 days. My husband is off, but he's putting a bathroom in his shop, so he'll be busy out there, and I'm going to scrap. Done and done. That's what's happening. Okay, so that would be my embellishment. And let's go over, like we do every week, of how we mail them. So we're going to grab a piece of cardstock. Let's see. And we would washi tape these to the cardstock. I still got the bunnies. It was a big roll. When I have baggies, usually I will flip them over the end. Not always, but sometimes. And I would just do each one. And we do this so that it lays flat in our envelope. And yeah, because that way the stamps, 2 stamps will cover our mailing. If we don't, when we stick them in here, then if we didn't put them, when we stick them in the envelope, if we didn't put them on the cardstock somehow to make them stay flat through the mail, when you shake the envelope around, they would all go to one end. And we don't want that, because then it'll look bulky, and then the mailman's gonna say you owe more postage, and it's just too much drama. So we'd put all 4 of them on here, and we'd stick them inside of our envelope. You would address it to your captain. You get that information when you sign up on the Love RTS Facebook page. you would place 2 stamps here. You may get away with 1. I mean, everyone makes different embellishments. So if yours are really thin and something simple, if you just made records, I think one of our captains, Sherry, made records, you might get away with just 1 stamp. But the key is, so you would put them in there, your address, send it to your captain, and you would 1 or 2 stamps, whatever you feel you need. When you mail your self-addressed stamped envelope inside, you need to put 2 stamps because you don't know what your other teammates are making. You can put your team name here in the corner, address it to yourself, or to yourself and from yourself, because that way it'll come to you no matter what. And if it was more than 2 stamps, you can pay the 10 cents extra postage or whatever they will ask, and you'll still get your embellishments either way, because the mail is a hot mess right now. Things are taking longer, so please be patient. When you do this, tape it shut. We tape it shut because these sometimes come loose. This sticky's no different than our lovely stickers. It just doesn't always work. So make sure you're taping your envelope shut. Your captain will probably reuse your piece of cardstock, so you'll be able to use the same piece over and over. I know that I try to send it back, and we have amazing captains. They, I'm sure, do the same thing. So yeah, don't use this size envelope as your self-addressed stamp envelope. Use a number 10 business size envelope, because what if someone makes a title or something that's longer? If this is the envelope you send your captain to send back your embellishments, it won't fit, and then you won't get your embellishment the way that the person made it for you to have. So I think that's it. I hope that answered some questions. I kind of wanted to do this so I could show how I make so many at once. Next week, our swap is puppies or pets, I think. Yeah, man's best friend. That's the name of it. I knew I would think of it sooner or later. So yeah, that is next week's embellishment swap theme, and I will see you next week with another example video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'm always here if you need anything. Just give me a buzz. Have a good day.